What's up, guys? Before we get started, I just want to thank Shure and Planet World for these amazing Shure MV7 microphones. We do not always talk sense, but when we do it in the highest quality possible. So thank you so much to Shure. Thank you so much to Maurice from planetworld.co.za. If you need anything for home or studio audio, even audio for your car, go check out planetworld.co.za. Now let's get into the episode. Yo, clapping is cool.
Clapping is cool. It's like the best part of a podcast.
Yeah.
It's how you get in the zone. The pod zone.
Blessed Express is back.
Yesy.
Max,
what a performance.
That was great. That was really I was kind of worried. In the walkout, I was very confident until the walkout. Then I was like, man, Arnold Allen, he is he proved that he deserves to be up there.
Oh, absolutely. Like those last few rounds where he turned it on a bit.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. Okay, I think he turned it on too late.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Max, make it to the end and you're fine.
100%.
Max has a vibranium chin on him though.
Yeah,
Goodness.
he took massive shots. And again, he is just showing credit to not sparring in training. So is that... it's funny because you see now amateurs also coming
No.
I'm not gonna spar because Max said don't spar. He's been sparring for 20 years before that.
If you've put in your 10,000 hours sparring, then you can stop. Like if you're already like a world-class fighter and you got there by sparring, then start to take it easy.
Yeah.
But if you're an amateur with 2 years experience and you stop sparring, you're gonna get your ass beat.
Yeah, 100%.
Badly.
I think he fought a brilliant game plan, especially against someone that has also a very well-rounded corner. And Faraz Zahabi is also a mastermind in game planning.
Do you know I started stressing. I would have stressed a lot more if I know Faraz was in his corner. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So like, what?
I watched the podcast where Arnold Allen, he got in his UFC debut, he got a performance bonus, and then with that performance bonus, he actually used that funds to go train with Faraz, and he was with them now ever since. So it's really, he reminds me of he has like a GSP-ish type of style in the way he approach like almost everything.
He's a true martial artist.
Yeah, he is. And he's super nice as well. He's such a nice guy. So definitely if he was fighting anyone except Max, I would be rooting for him. So it's just unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, biggest Max fanboy in the country.
Against Brian Ortega. That's a great fight.
Cool. I like that.
I like him in that fight. I think that's a sick fight.
I kind of like him. Like, he's done well in everything, but let's say, like, yes, he lost this fight, but I want to see him. I really think Volkanovski's going to beat Rodriguez. Yeah, because I don't think that's a controversial opinion or anything. I would like to see Rodriguez fight Allen. That's something I would want to see.
I don't think they'll do that because then you're sitting again with a problem where you have a super dominant champion and then you have a guy that can really beat all the other contenders except the champion. And then you're quite stuck with
I don't know what you do with Max right now.
Yeah, it is. Well, he did call out, and I think it was a smart call out because let's be honest, I love Korean Zombie, but he's not
contender level right now.
Yeah, and he's not where he needs to be, but that's still a fun fight.
Yeah, it's a super fight.
It's
the old veterans like clashing finally.
Yeah, and I think they can, if they can do that fight in if they go to Korea, that is a massive pay-per-view draw or even like just a massive fight night.
Go to Asia again. I mean, they haven't been to Asia in ages. Like go to Singapore or Korea or Japan or even China. I don't know.
And it's quite funny. Uncle Dana said they're struggling to get fights booked in Hawaii because I think Max will sell out multiple arenas. He'll be like Kevin Hart at Sun Arena here, sell out for 4 nights in a row.
4 Sun Arenas.
Yeah. So, but they still struggle to get that fight night going. And I don't know why, because Bellator are hosting 2 events there as well. So,
Really?
Yeah, it's weird, but
I wonder why they're struggling. Like, it's the UFC. They shouldn't be struggling with this.
pay Max the red panty night money. I want to see him headline a massive card. I want to see it against like a Korean zombie, and it should be either in Hawaii or Korea
Yeah.
or even an Asian country.
It'll be
That
cool.
would be awesome. Yeah.
You'll see. One fight I'm really happy about is the one directly before that one. Yes,
Yes, man. That was great. Like, let's be honest, Billy was doing very well.
Very, very
He
well.
you were nervous, right?
Yeah.
But Edson Barbosa, and when I made that bet with you, when I got home, I literally was like, there are 2 people I never bet against. Never. It's Edson Barbosa, and it was at that stage Khabib.
Yeah.
Like, you do not bet against those 2 guys. So I do owe you. And I think, what are you doing Thursday? Because
I'm doing nothing Thursday. I could be doing nothing Thursday. I could be playing golf.
Yeah, hopefully your bosses don't watch this, but it's oh yeah, but you're the boss.
I am the
yeah. But yeah, so we'll go to services.
Okay.
Maybe even film that.
That'll be
Gila?
cool.
We can do that.
Lekker.
Maybe film that for YouTube. And,
That'll be nice.
I think.
Oh no, that would not be nice. No.
I think that would be sick.
As good as I am at picking fights, I'm
Yeah.
bad at playing golf.
Yeah, yeah, you're great at picking.
My
fights.
picks last time were really good.
I thought you were like picking fights.
Oh no, I'm really good at that as well. So I got Hollaway by decision.
Okay.
I watched that podcast. I said it like 4 times. Like,
Yeah.
yes, and I got Edson. So
Yeah,
that's a win. I'm
that's
taking that
solid.
as a big dub.
Man, the one time you get it right. That's so annoying. Yeah, but we'll try and check last minute golf, something like that.
Yeah.
We'll
I
go
don't think
to-
Dinster is super busy.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's it's my fan favorite. I love that course, and I
Okay,
think
I'm
you're gonna
excited now.
enjoy it.
I'm excited.
So, yeah, the golf game is definitely gonna become better. I think we should do this every single week. Just it's gonna start getting very expensive.
Yeah, I was about to say, goodness.
we need to at least with fun fights make bets. And
Yeah. I'm
round
keen
of
for that.
golf.
I'm keen
a
for
round
that.
of golf and with cards.
Of course.
Yeah, because
Of course.
obviously
I am not walking.
because you did win this one, but I think in your mind, I don't think as a winner you thought you were gonna be walking.
No. No, and I bring a notoriously heavy bag to the course.
You do. You have like 47 clubs in your bag. It's,
and 16 beers.
and 16 beers as well.
But no, that's
And
for
never
everyone.
enough balls.
That's to share.
Never enough.
Never.
balls.
I usually try and at a court, if it's a shitty court, just
Yeah.
go into the bushes, see if you can find someone else's ball to play
Yeah.
with. If it's next to a driving range.
So at Kimia, it's where we usually play quite a lot because it's close to both our houses. We will play the first hole and then he'll just run to the driving range because some of those guys like hit the
They
balls
can
and
hit the ball.
bar. And then those are Yosha's
Thanks.
new
Yeah,
playing
just-
balls.
yeah. Calling me out on a pod. Please don't watch this, Kim out.
Kimia, if you're watching this, put this man's photo up at reception.
Titleist, please sponsor me. I
That
need
would be the
balls.
funniest thing ever. I would love that. But yeah. So we'll probably do that. And then what are you doing on Friday?
Ooh, also probably not much. Girlfriend's going to the States, so for the next 4 weeks, it looks like boys and golf, baby.
Okay. Where's she going to?
I love you.
Where
the States.
Where in the States?
New York, Denver, and Boston.
Okay, Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah, see, that's a
Boston,
weird place.
Massachusetts.
I heard Shane Gillis talk about it the other day. Like Boston is like the last holdout for like tough white guys. There's no like that's
I
the
don't
one
think-
that's the one rough guy white guy city.
There's one of our striking coaches. He's always like, "Yeah, my man, I don't believe in science. I believe in facts." And I'm like, you should probably just like, I should not take a science or facts advice from that guy. You should not take any advice from Shane Gillis.
Yeah, pretty fair. Yeah, no, that's true. That's definitely true.
Yeah, so I think because the reason why I'm asking, Huntex is on. I have tickets to Huntex,
Ooh.
so he's going with me.
Ooh, that
wanna-
sounds fun.
do you
Sure,
wanna
let's
go
go
with?
to Antex.
Okay,
I
so-
like guns.
Buffelsfontein, shout out to Buffelsfontein, shout out to Huntex and Wildman. We're going to Huntex, and there's a 50 cal you can shoot there. So we're definitely gonna do that. we'll visit the Biffles stand as well.
nice.
I'll be driving, so you can drink as much as you
That's
want.
I don't like this reputation of me being an alcoholic. Really, I don't enjoy it. I don't know where it comes from.
But just we can actually thank you because of your habits. I think Meyer and Buffelsfontein are doing pretty well.
Oh, thanks, thanks, Meyer.
You know, Meyer, that new Mustang you bought.
This guy.
But yeah, I think Huntex is going to be fun. I think they're releasing a bunch of new stuff. It's like Watches and Wonders. They do all the new releases. I think at Huntex they're going to do like a few fun activities where we can win prizes, and then we'll check out gear and stuff like that.
How much?
So.
Like guns have been around for quite a while. Do you ever wonder like how do they keep making like how do you iterate on a gun? So
I
think they've perfected the design at this stage, eh?
I think so. I think what they do is they put up new stamps, you know, like guys like stamps and, you know, like grips and...
What?
You know?
Like stamps?
No, not like a post stamp, just like make new art in the pieces of wood.
Stampex. My favorite convention.
But to have a weapons expert on the show would actually be very sick.
Get Jason.
Yeah, obviously JC is coming.
Oh.
He's a weapons expert. Yeah. I already chatted to him. So
are we gonna have a third microphone at some stage? Because you just had Mark on.
Yeah. So
and I was regretful that I missed that guy because I know he's such an interesting story and everything.
So this drops tonight. This drops tonight. Mark is dropping on Thursday. So you guys have something to look forward to. Yeah, that was very cool.
Why are you watching this one? Go watch Mark's.
No,
like, honestly.
Please watch this one as well. That would be fun. He's zapping you from the side because we work pretty hard on this.
Do some work on this one. Boy.
So we Huntex is going to be fun, and we'll have JC on here pretty soon as well.
Because I mean, EFC, him and Mark just put on like FARC performances. Mark's was ugly,
absolutely insane. It was such savagery because you know the energy, and I said it to my training partners as well. The energy in the EFC at the PI was like the old EFC, like when I was a kid. That type of aura, and I can't explain it. It was super intense.
Yeah.
Mark was calm, quiet. He was just
but he has like that silent intensity to him.
Well, that's also the thing. He's usually very like extroverted, and now you see this Mark that is like super chilled, and it was very scary. His opponent Zico,
scary individual as well,
a powerhouse
and
jacked. He looks like Yoel Romero. He's like really jacked, and his walkout was super long, so we were in the corner, and it's just like, man, it's super intense. And then you just see Mark just like, he's just like calmly
vibing.
Yeah, just like so amazing. First round, rear naked choke, great.
Yeah, beautiful.
JC,
the ground and pound was ugly.
JC, so what happened was, this was so funny. So we have the banners. So we put up the banners. And you hold it from the top. So Trickers and I are chatting while holding the banner. They announce his name. They announce the opponent's name. We take off the banner. And as we go to sit down, we look across into his opponent's eyes. And I'm just mouthing the words. I start laughing. I'm like, boy, like, you're fucked. Like, there's no way. Yeah, shame. You know?
Like, my man, you are in deep cock.
You are in a lot of trouble. And he makes eye contact with me, Drickus and I, and he's just like, he looks like he's staring into an abyss.
No, that 1,000-yard stare. Shame, man.
So I think that fight was like, JC just was a powerhouse. He came forward, landed massive strikes, and then he finished that.
He came out like a bat out of hell.
He almost dropped him in like that very first exchange. He almost dropped him as well. It was awesome.
I didn't see. I just had whiplash. I was like, whoa,
yeah,
whoa, dude, whoa.
What? So yeah, and JC is such a savage. You know, he trains. He comes. He teaches. Obviously, he is a firearms instructor, and you know, he had to. It was the fights the day after. He had to do like an 8-9 hour course.
Wow!
So just like massively. Cool. So I think fighting, I think he was like, man, I'm going to need to be working for 9 hours. We
Yeah.
need to get out of here as quick as possible so I can go to bed.
I don't want to be hurting tomorrow.
Yeah. Boxing news.
Hey.
We have Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia fighting each other.
Ryan, love you. Think your hand speed is incredible, but I think Tank is going to smoke him.
Do you think so?
I
Because
think
there
Tank's
is a
gonna smoke
massive
him.
height reach advantage goes to Ryan. There is a weird thing that I saw on a podcast where he mentioned he needs in their clause, in their contract clause, he needs to weigh in the day of the fight under a certain weight. So he can weigh in at their confirmed
Yeah,
weight,
yeah.
and then he's only allowed to pick up a certain amount
Garcia.
of weight. Yeah.
Huh.
So I think that's something like Javonte's team made sure was in the contract before
I
confirming
mean,
that.
he's teammates with Floyd or something, right? And Floyd
Yeah,
always
he's-
has these weird ass little clauses in there,
yeah.
like weird, strange stuff. But no, I do think I think Gervonta is just a few levels above him, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
really.
yeah, I think we.
Why
I think
put in,
Gervonta
why put in
KO.
a clause like that if you're not
Confident.
If you're not confident in
That's
your
fair. That's very
ability
fair.
to finish anyone? Because sometimes not sometimes, most of the time they give us the type of idea that they can fight anyone, they'll
Yeah,
beat
yeah, yeah.
anyone close to their weight class, maybe up a little lower, they'll beat. Now you have like these weird
Yeah.
clauses. So it's definitely
That is strange.
I don't
must
think
say.
they're taking him lightly.
No,
and-
no. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't take anyone lightly at that level.
His striking speed is absolutely
incredible. It's incredible.
insane. I like Ryan Garcia. I would like him to win. But Javonte is just a powerhouse.
I'm not a Gervonta fan. I just think,
yeah.
like, coming like from an outside perspective, I just think Gervonta's a few levels too
Yeah.
high. Like, I think it's a step too far for what's his name?
Garcia.
For Garcia.
Yeah. It's we saw Gervonta Davis at the PI
Ah.
with the last fight night. And my goal
Hmm.
for that whole morning was trying to set up a fight between him and Estia. Have Vaughn fight Gervonta.
Because they have the same build as well.
they do. So Javonte weighs a lot less than Estia, but that's a fight I would pay to see. I would love that fight because I fancy Estia's chances 100%.
Like
he's
we,
a powerhouse.
we didn't get to see Hasbullah box that other guy, so now we get Vaughn Gervonta.
Yeah. Be careful, he's gonna be watching.
No, he is
this.
just, I don't know. Vaughn has smoked me in the past. He has smoked me.
At a Thursday sparring session.
Yeah, it was not fun.
Yeah.
Man has some heavy hands.
Yeah, he does have heavy hands. I remember when I came back from my holiday in Stellenbosch, my first session was a 10-round sparring
fun.
with Estia.
And you can't kick him. That's like the worst part.
That's also like the thing I think I'm really good at. Like,
Yeah.
I cannot do. So, but yeah, there's a photo of me just full of blood, him smiling like this with his flat face. Not my words, coaches. But,
yeah, of course, not your words.
yeah. But he is really, really good, and that's why I fancy his
Yeah.
chances against Javonte.
Well, I mean, he's got what, 20 kilos on the guy.
I think so, but that doesn't matter.
No, it does. It does.
Not
Like,
in boxing.
someone that's 20 kilos heavier than you can swing with some.
Not in
with some
boxing.
intent behind
It's
it.
different. How shocking was that first decision at UFC?
Nay?
Yeah.
We were talking about it last time.
Yeah.
We talk about it. I feel like every second or third podcast now is how shocking has MMA judging become.
Yeah.
Like, what
And
is going on? Who are these people?
Yeah.
Like, I
is-
couldn't believe it.
It is very scary. And if you want to see a frenzy on Twitter, just have a judge just be way off.
Yeah.
And then it's just like the tweets come in.
Yeah,
So-
don't kill yourself because it's Twitter. Like no one can say I think you should be removed. No, it's
Yeah.
always straight to the nuclear option. Always.
What dates? Okay, so upcoming.
Pavlovich.
Okay, so he was the alternate for the Gone
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
So he was in our corner. He was on our bus. We saw him quite a lot.
Scary individual.
He is a massive human being, and he's not a. Okay, so with all due respect, we have heavyweights in South Africa. They're fat.
Yeah.
Like,
There's even a few in the UFC
yeah.
that are a bit fat.
obviously, This man is an athlete. Like, he can be offensive, defensive linesman. He is shredded, and he is a unit of a
A
person.
true Russian assassin.
You know, like, Drake is always like, you know, he isn't scared of it. He isn't scared of anyone.
yeah.
But he was like, when he was sitting at that bus, he was like, man, that is a big fucking guy. He was on his phone, and his phone really looks smaller than this, and this is like
this
a
is the
pocket.
mini.
Yeah. But his hands are like this big, and he's like video calling someone, and it looks like his hand is swallowing that phone. He's a massive human being.
He's
And
fighting Curtis Blades, right?
Curtis Blades. And
Curtis, you better get that takedown, man.
Curtis,
Like, really,
but that's
you
also
better
the
get
thing.
that takedown.
This guy has amazing wrestling. He's a Russian. He has to. It's a default. You know, if you're Russian, you're born. You know,
He's not Dagestani Russian.
the man up top, he went like all the wrestling in that bowl. He just threw over
but
Russia.
he's not like Dagestani or Chechnya Russian.
That does
though.
not matter.
He's not like neckbeard Russian.
No,
Those guys are scary wrestling. Like he's more like assassin,
he has
KGB vibes.
Yes, 100%. And Blades has a tendency of not doing well against heavy hitters. So
He didn't do really well against Derek Lewis.
and this man is a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
No, so
And he's an athlete.
I'm going with Pavlovich.
Yeah, and I think you've got when you said, he's Russian, he can wrestle. I'm like, okay, Alpha
And-
Pavlovich, let's go.
Another fight that is actually very exciting that I really like, Brad Tavares and Bruno Silva.
I saw.
That is a sick fight. I'm backing Tavares.
Yeah, no, you must.
I
must.
like him. He's really one of those guys that you can go onto UFC Fight Pass. You can watch all his fights. You'll never have a terrible time.
He is willing to go to war.
Yeah. And he
Love
is
it.
tough as nails. He showed that in the Trickers fight, man. He can take a punch. So I think I'm backing Tavares. I hope he
Let's
I
go.
hope he gets it done. Bobby Green, Jared Gordon.
Yeah.
No,
I love Bobby Green.
I love him. I love Bobby Green, but I also like Jared Gordon. And I think he was wronged in his last
He
fight.
was wronged in his
Yeah.
last fight. I really think I think Jared can pull it out. I think he can pull it off. I
Yeah.
really do. And he's betting underdog.
Oh, really?
Jared is quite a significant underdog.
That
It's like
is-
plus 200.
That's very interesting.
Which I was also taken aback. I was like,
Yeah.
do the bookies know something I don't? Because he shouldn't be he shouldn't be an underdog, in my opinion.
Are you going to be betting on that fight?
I said last time, I'm not going to risk it until I get clear confirmation.
Yeah, I should actually chat to Danny, chat to my manager, and just ask
Please
him, like,
do, because you said if
because obviously we do not. Yeah, I do not want.
he's going to come to my house, please no.
I do not want to lose my contract because you started betting because you wanted to buy a new watch, and now
Yeah.
you are.
I don't win enough money to buy a new watch. No way.
But it's but we don't know what's happening in their camps as well.
no, we don't.
We can always make a gentleman's bet.
We can always make a gentleman's bet, but I'm backing Jared dips.
Okay. So we are agreeing on every
I
single
think
fight.
we're agreeing on all of them, honestly.
Okay.
So I've got Pavlovich
Pavlovich, Tavares,
and
Gordon. Yeah.
I just
And then the
love
other
Bobby
guys.
Green. I think before he was in the UFC, I think I was like making his MMA debut. And with the cards, they had like fighting style. And I think the other guy was like boxing, wrestling, kickboxing, whatever.
Yeah.
He just had under fighting style, hood. Have you ever seen that? There's a screenshot of it out there. It's amazing. He said later, I think he said on Joe Rogan's podcast, he said he didn't want the other guy to know what's coming.
Yeah.
And he wanted the other guy to underestimate him. So when they asked him what fighting style is, he just said hood.
That is so
I love
funny.
it. Also, he's a fark.
Yeah, no,
Bobby's not scared of anyone.
He really turns up every single fight. And sometimes he has had unfortunate mismatches.
He was picked. Even his last fight,
Yeah.
he was lighting up Drew Dober until he
Yes.
wasn't.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's going to be a very fun card. I really hope that they start setting up something, just going back to Max. Start setting something up. Maybe
Yes, it's difficult.
there's interesting guys that he can fight. Like I'm not sure. Who's Ilya Superior fighting?
Ilya's fighting. I think his fight just got announced. He's fighting. Isn't it? The bald guy with the beard that just fought Rodriguez.
Oh, he's fighting Josh Emmett.
He's fighting Josh Emmett.
That's a great fight for him.
2 bangers.
I wonder if he gets a title shot after that. Because Emmett is probably... Yeah, exactly. That's sick.
I think they're probably going to give Topuria one more fight after that. Like maybe if Rodriguez loses, give him Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Maybe Holloway.
Topuria or Volkanovski would be so cool
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
That would be very sick.
Yeah.
I'm backing Topuria.
I can't back against Volkanovski, but I
know.
really like Topuria.
Yeah.
I really like him.
Volkanovski is slowly but surely becoming one of those guys you cannot bet against, but I don't care.
He's been that for me for a very long time.
I'm such a massive Topuria fan. So,
yeah, even me. Ugh, it's tough, eh?
yeah. So there are a few announcements that I also saw.
Did you just want to run through quickly?
I did save it just somewhere. Let me check.
Volk is, I think he's almost become like a mythical fighter. Like Bald Volk is just, he's someone to be feared.
Would you like to see that rematch
between him and Islam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fancy him in that.
I think it's going to happen. I really think what I'm seeing, I think Volk is going to unify the titles and then go for round 2 against Islam.
Yeah.
Because I'm still saying I think Volkanovski edged him out in that fight. And I will stand by that.
I also 100%. I think he won that fight. There's no question about that, man. But I would like to see that again. Because that would be sick.
If Volkanovski, just a few small adjustments,
yeah.
Like I think obviously he went in there with a lot of respect for Islam.
Yeah.
Just leave some of that respect at the door a little bit more. Like turn down the respect, turn up the fark. And
Yes.
I think Volkanovski gets it done decisively.
I saw this post which is quite interesting, and this is just like, it's such a stacked card. So freak.mma, one of the coolest pages to follow on Instagram. It's really sick. So they basically asked, what fight card do you think is the best? And UFC 205, just the main card. Okay, no, wait, it doesn't even do it justice. Okay, so on the prelims, we have Vicente Luque, Bilal Muhammad.
Wow.
Okay, then other 2 guys I don't know, Michael Johnson, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
On the prelim?
Yes.
Wow.
Jeremy Stevens, Frankie Edgar. Okay, going to the main card, Misha Tate, Rochelle Pennington.
Okay.
Ruel Romero and Chris Weidman. Valentina Shevchenko and I can't pronounce that, so now I'm not even going to try. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Tyron Woodley. And then Alvarez versus McGregor.
Yeah,
okay?
What a banger.
UFC 205.
Okay.
And then the counter argument here is so on the prelims, not like really, like Curtis Blades, Olenek is on the early prelims. You have OSP against Corey Anderson. It's not like that
it's
stacked.
Not, a casual fan doesn't know who you're talking about.
So Hendricks versus Costa.
Okay.
Then you have Thompson
Forgot that
versus...
fight happened.
Then you have Thompson versus Masvidal.
Oh shit, I remember that.
Then you have Jędrzejczyk versus Rose Namajunas.
Mm-hmm.
You have Garbrandt, who was champion,
Yes.
defending his belts against
TJ.
Dillashaw. And you have Michael Bisping versus George St. Pierre.
Oh!
So it's 205 versus
So it's
217.
basically, are you more of a McGregor fanboy or more of a GSP fanboy? Because I'm
But I
leaning
think
GSP.
if we go just
How deep the card is, I'm leaning 205. Like the 205 card is a bit deeper, eh?
it is deeper, but man, that 217 card is sick. That is. I'm gonna go with 217.
I honestly don't know because the McGregor performance on that card was incredible.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's really because
And
Woodley Thompson
and they went to war as well. Like
that was a boring fight.
It was a boring fight, but that's like
Yeah.
I was still like, I love that. I loved it because it was very mental.
it was technical.
It was,
They were playing human
cerebral.
chess.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting, and I really hope we soon have another card like that.
I'm hoping. You said Thompson twice. I'm just hoping Wonderboy. When is Wonderboy fighting again?
When is he fighting again?
I don't think he's got anything booked right now.
Yeah.
I want to see him. I just want to see him in money fights now.
Do you
I want to see him against Edwards.
Okay. You
Like,
wanna
it's
see it?
fun.
It is a fun fight.
Like, you've got two high-level
No
strikers.
takedowns.
No
That's the
takedowns
rule.
allowed.
No takedowns.
Edwards-
Only stand up.
Only stand up allowed.
Yes. That's fun.
Edwards versus Thompson. Like, why not?
Can't they, like with the Javante Davis contract, like just put some clauses in? Like, no takedown.
You can clinch,
Yes.
but then it's like a quick clinch and then maximum 3 shots and then you must break again.
Yes. I like
Basically,
that.
just kickboxing with 4-ounce gloves.
A fun fight announced as well. Ricky Simone and Song Yadong.
Hey, though. They take
Yeah.
you the main event in 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah. That is a very cool fight. That's going to be very
That's your
interesting.
division, right?
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
though. Where are you leaning? I'm leaning Yadong.
Yeah, Simone is again one of those guys that you should not bet against.
Yeah.
Just his pace, his fitness, his ability to use his wrestling super well, and he really neutralizes a lot of talentful fighters with good stand up.
I just loved watching Song's last fight.
Crazy.
I just loved watching it.
crazy.
I was like,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, just really sick. That's gonna be awesome. Here's a statement from the 40-year-old Stephen Thompson. Okay, so
40. Wow.
so MMA Junkie said 40-year-old Stephen Thompson thinks he's still got time for another title run. Okay, so that's the goal, to go for that title run again, and I still feel I have the ability and youthfulness to do so. I think a good win over him will set me up perfectly for a fight in the top 5.
Who's he fighting?
That's a good question.
I want to, please, like UFC, like railroad this man into a title shot. Like, he's been a legend. He's the nicest guy in the division. He is such a great matchup for Edwards.
Let me check.
Like, please, I love Stephen Thompson.
I think he's a pretty marketable guy as well.
He
He
is.
has to be.
He's not mean enough to like appeal to Just Bleed type fans, but he's such a.
You love him.
I love him. I absolutely love him.
If there's someone that you next fight, June 10th, Michael Pereira.
Yo, that's a fun one.
That's a cool fight.
Fun one.
Yeah, that's sick. Michael Pereira is a big welterweight, but Thompson is also a tall.
Thompson
he's
is
super
tall.
Yeah.
And Pereira, he's the one that does that weird moves, like he'll backflip onto your face.
It's the guy that really he spams the weird buttons
when you don't know the controls to the game. It just
yeah. So if they are your top 5, if you had the chance to meet them, who's your top
that's a
5?
tough one. That's
Yeah.
a tough one. GSP
Okay.
and Steven, because
Okay,
I think
Steven.
because obviously they're in there. I'm trying to think now. If I'm thinking quickly, Michael Bisping.
Okay.
He looks really like
He looks like a fun
such
guy.
a cool
Yeah.
guy. You
Might have a pint.
might have a
with
pint.
him. Yeah.
Looks like a lacquer guy. I'm thinking like you must have Mac in there. Like you
Yes,
must like
you have to have
McGregor.
Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
obviously he's on your top 5. And then I don't know. I'm gonna think
Because I
about
think
this one.
the top 5 of meeting and then the top 5 of having dinner with
yeah.
is different. I think it's like those are 2 different. You might have 2 or 3 of the same guys in there, but I think I think my list will be quite different. Like
So okay, let's say spending like the day with like
Okay.
Thompson, Bisping,
spending the
GSP.
day with is also other list.
Bisping, yeah, but like having
Yeah.
some like someone you think you can talk. I don't think McGregor is a fun one. to
Mike
hang
Perry
around.
to spend the day with.
Mike Perry, African king.
yeah.
Goodness,
Yeah.
If there's one guy that can get shit, it's Mike Perry.
100%.
But goodness, I loved it. Was it so funny? For the people that don't know, Mike Perry found out
He's
2% African.
Yeah.
And then just on a call with
To
Tyron
Tyron
Woodley,
Woodley.
he was like, "What's up, my?" I'm not gonna say it.
yeah.
But just drop the N word on a call to Tyron Woodley.
I'm 2% African. I can say that.
I love that people are still using that in the comments. Like
Yeah.
on Drickus' post, they're like, "Oh, the
The
two
only-
African kings are Mike Perry and Drix du Plessis."
It's not the same thing.
At all. But I love it.
Yeah. Spending the day with has to be McGregor numero uno.
Okay.
Just to see, like, what
do you want to try cocaine?
What? No, just like, what do you, when you wake up, do you yell at your kids? What does the, like, Do you just go onto your Lambo boat? What do you do?
That is actually, you'll have a lacquer party with a guy.
I think so.
Yeah,
I really do think so.
That's a very
It's
fair
like
point you've got there.
If we're following him on a Friday,
Oh, Volkanovski.
okay, that's a good
Just because I know he makes a banger of a steak, and he looks like he's Australian. He can party.
one. Yeah. Yeah, it has to be. Okay, so you're going with?
So Volk, Bisping, Thompson,
Yes.
then Volk, and I'll throw in McGregor there. I don't know who I had there, but you've
you
convinced.
said Volk twice, but
Did I say
Volk,
Volk twice?
we really want to spend time with you. We're
beloved.
we're massive fans. Yeah, I think McGregor has to be one. GSP.
Of course, of course.
Literally the
If I said
the
Volk twice,
opposite.
then one of them I mean GSP.
I think if you're gonna take two polar opposite days, it's gonna be McGregor and GSP.
Yeah, probably.
One, you're gonna be downing whiskey for breakfast. The other one is you're gonna be watching dinosaur documentaries while doing an ice bath.
He's such a dork, but I mean, like,
He
I
is.
love it. I'm here for
I
it.
love that too. So yeah, definitely McGregor, GSP, Derek Lewis.
Ooh, good one.
Spend a day with Derek
Ooh,
Lewis.
go to a cookout with Derek Lewis. Yo,
That
I would
sounds
love it.
like a lot of fun. And then I would have Laura Sanko, and I'll have fifth has to be someone in my weight class.
Okay.
DJ Dillashaw, he likes golf.
Okay.
I saw he has a putting green.
I was gonna say TJ as a joke. Haha, TJ.
Just to see what he's doing now that he's retired.
Well, I can't imagine his golf is great with that shoulder of his. Yeah, like you might actually be able to beat him.
Fuck you. that's rude.
Hey, full disclosure, I've never beaten Cameron at a round of officially scored golf.
Yeah.
Like I think we've had rounds where we don't keep count, and I felt pretty confident after, but nothing official.
I know for a fact you haven't never beaten me in a round of golf. There is.
Watch. Services.
Okay, let's do a bet.
Let's not.
No. We won't bet on the services score.
Okay.
But okay,
Mm-hmm.
if you at any stage this year beat my score with 10 strokes, 10 strokes,
10 strokes is crazy.
I'll buy you that PRX. I'll buy you that TISA
Okay,
PRX.
and if I lose it,
No, it's nothing.
Oh.
It's just I'm a very competitive person. I need to get better,
yeah.
and I need that pressure.
got
that-
you. Like the shame of being beaten by me at golf will be enough.
Yeah, 100%. It would be like, yeah, take my money. It's fine. just do it. But on a podcast I heard, I think it's Charles Barkley. So
The basketball former, I think he's a basketball analyst now.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
So he was on a podcast interview where they say they basically go play 18 holes. Every hole they'll spend a couple $100 just betting amongst each other.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like if we are a 4-ball, you know, it's me, you, Ruan, and young Gila over there.
Gila.
Then I'll
Sorry, Zon.
It's a yeah, sorry, Zon. Let's say it's a par 3. I like my chances against you.
Yeah.
I'll just bet you a few $100.
Like I think I can beat you per hole, like a few holes.
Yeah.
But then some are just disaster.
Yeah.
Like I played like 3 holes okay, and then I have like 3 disasters.
we told you why. We told you why. You remember why?
My stroke is horrible.
Yeah, no. But we told you why you continuously get worse at golf.
I actually played the last 2 pretty well, and I was well hydrated.
Back to my point. So Michael Jordan, he says, so now they get to like the putting green and they like putting, and then Charles Barkley is like, yeah, he's putting for, you know, he's in with a few feet, he's putting for a few $100 against this guy, and Michael Jordan is like, can you just finish your putt, please? Because I have like 300k on the line, so I like get out of my line.
Oh goodness!
So he gets, obviously that's like junk change for Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
but it's just, imagine you have to
have to putt with $300,000 on the line. Goodness.
And that's scary. Just
Wow.
that type of mentality that you need, that type of pressure.
Big match mentality.
BMT.
Are you
baby.
is that why you're doing this? Just to train your BMT?
I'm training the BMT. I'm like Tony Ferguson that hopes his wife cheats on him to condition his feelings.
Oh yes, I remember.
It's, just like, it's very much the same thing.
I got you.
Services Thursday.
Services Thursday. Let's go. You're gonna buy that watch quick.
The other thing is you do have a massive yard, so you can practice your short
my
game.
short game is pretty on point. I can't drive for shit. If there's a golf coach out there, like please help me. I can't
I'm pretty
drive.
sure there's a bunch of them that will be willing to help.
Oh goodness, I need.
Because it's quite funny watching you set up your drive. Yes, so he compensates for about
30 degrees to the left.
More like 45. Let's be
Wow,
honest.
is that
Yeah,
bad?
45 degrees to the left, and then it actually goes. It works.
It goes straight. It doesn't fade that much. Just goes.
But maybe fix your swing, right? Maybe start there.
Caio Borrallo is also fighting at on the Yadong and Saaiman card.
Okay.
He's a fun guy to watch. Like I mean, he looks like a weird mix of fighters. He looks like Paulo Costa, and then Paulo Costa's sister had a baby.
How
Shame.
funny is it? We posted a clip of us speaking about South African rugby. And views went great.
Yeah.
Comments were very funny to watch because you have
It just proved the point.
Yeah, 100%. It was just like everyone hates us except South Africans who are like, yeah, we're the best.
Everyone in the comments was like, "Yo, Bokke,
Yo.
Bokke Laos is Bokke, yeah." Love it.
Love I've said it so many times, but South African fans,
Oh, the best.
best fans in the world.
The best.
Yeah, by far.
I really need to be at a World Cup. Like, please bring the Rugby World Cup back to South Africa.
That would be
Bring it back.
amazing.
It's time.
That it is time. How long has it been? 2030
30 years?
Yeah. Wasn't it 2000?
1995.
Was that the last World Cup we
1995
had
was
here?
the last one, yeah.
So how do you get the World Cup to come to your country? Is it like a betting war?
Bribery.
Bribery. Yeah, we know the World Cup, the Football World Cup does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rugby doesn't feel as bribery. Who's calling me? Goodness. Moeder, nie nou nie.
But yeah, that would be sick to have it. We need a big sporting event back in like 2010 World Cup.
Like something of that.
I can't really remember that, but I just remember it was a vibe in the street.
It was a vibe, I
was.
mean the Bafana are kak.
Yeah.
So imagine if you're going in with the chance.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the World Cup in France is going to be very interesting.
I love that.
We are also in the pool of death, I think.
Yeah, it is. I think we're in a pool with Ireland, Scotland, and then is it France? We might be in a no, not France. Ireland, Scotland, and then like another. Well, us and Ireland and Scotland is already in one group is already kind of hectic. Eh?
Let's check South African rugby.
Because that's. Are we in there with France? Because I remember it was something like the group was absolutely crazy.
Okay, let's
So
check.
I saw it the other day. Our road to the World Cup is it's beating either France or New Zealand in the round of like 16 in the knockout stages.
Okay.
And then it's like smooth sailing.
Okay, so
'Cause from the other side, we'll play like.
oh no, it's not that bad though.
But
Okay,
we draw into a very, very tough knockout stage.
Oh really?
Yeah, we draw
After
against
that.
France or New Zealand
Okay.
for the knockout stage,
Okay.
and then it's like England.
Yeah, so it's
Maybe
it's
I don't know.
South Africa, Ireland, Scotland, Tonga, I think, and then Romania.
No, that's not too bad.
That's okay, but the top two goes.
Top two goes
Okay,
through.
so Scotland is a must win. The other two bottom ones we're
No,
not too worried
like
about.
they're gonna win them.
Ireland,
Ireland is good at the moment.
Yeah.
Ireland is really, really
They're
good, and
solid.
Scotland just beat. I think they're also on a bit of a tear.
okay.
Like it's a really, really tough group.
Like I think, to be honest, New Zealand has a tougher pool. They have New Zealand,
New Zealand.
France, Italy.
Okay.
And you don't know, Uruguay might pull it through.
Uruguay was like, they were really fun to watch
Yeah.
last time.
And Namibia is basically the South African B team.
Oh, a CT.
So, C team. Pool C, Wales, Australia, Fiji, Georgia, Portugal.
Yeah, so- So
what?
we'll play, if we get to the finals, we'll play Wales, Australia, England or Japan.
Don't you think
Or
Argentina?
maybe
will go-
Argentina.
Yeah.
We'll play one of those teams in the finals.
Do you remember when?
If the Bokke get to the finals, we were champions again.
Yeah, 100%. If we just get through the
toughest one-
the semis,
We just don't
quarters.
pull.
Yeah.
Don't in the knockout stages. First game, New Zealand. There's something about
Yeah,
New Zealand that just
especially in that first game.
yes. There's something about playing against New Zealand that's just intimidating.
Yeah, it is. And I remember every single time we go watch the rugby matches is either at like a bar or something, and if we play New Zealand, it's super tense. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
fun watching those games. Let's be honest. If you're watching it at home, your aunt is drunk, like
Yeah.
there's children running, so then it's more fun. Being at a bar,
It's tense.
it's like it's super quiet,
Like, every-
and it's just like every time we kick the ball, someone is furious.
Like, I mean, I'm like, South African fans. It's like you're much less scared of France, who are actually the favorites going into the World Cup, than you are of New Zealand.
Yeah.
And New Zealand haven't been doing great. Let's be honest.
They have not been doing great, which is great for us.
Great for us. But even last year, like we
Yeah.
beat them the one week, like decisively, and then the next week they beat us again. I'm like, okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Lucky
I think
New Zealand.
after watching that, is it Chasing the Sunshine or
Yeah,
I
Chasing
don't know,
the Sun,
Chasing
yeah.
the Rain or something? I don't know. But the amount of strategy that goes into a game plan, it's
crazy.
It's insane.
I just watch Squid Rugby every now and again, and I get intimidated. I'm like, well, what is a 5-4-2-2 or
Yeah.
whatever?
But in fighting, you cannot game plan like that.
No.
There's too many variables. Stuff change drastically. But in a rugby game that is 80 minutes long, there's 30 players on the field. You can, if you have a solid game plan and you make sure that your machine is well oiled, you can run away with it quite quickly. And I think I really hope it's that again, where they need to have these strategies.
I feel
against
good
each
for the
other.
Bokke. I'm gonna get a tattoo, ne? Someone now. Bokke World Cup champions 2023.
How many likes does
It happened last time.
how many likes does this episode need
No,
for you
no,
to
no,
do
no,
that?
no. My first tattoo.
Yeah.
Bokke.
2023. It can be somewhere like under your foot or something.
Under my foot.
How many likes? For
No,
this?
no, like 1,000.
1,000.
Like 10,000. I don't know. I don't know. We don't get a lot of likes on these podcasts.
Okay, you can go check the stats. Okay, let's check the stats.
I think
Let's-
we
let's-
get like 100, maybe,
Okay.
if it goes really,
So-
really well. Like, what's the episode with Trickers did the most, right?
I think so.
Oh, I'm talking.
Okay, so the
myself
last
in
one had
duck
like
here.
26 likes.
Yeah.
Okay, which isn't a lot. Let's be
No,
honest.
no, it's not.
It's not a lot of likes. Okay, the one before that, 49. The one before that, 31. The one before that, 16. The one before that, 22. So, how many likes?
No, like 10,000.
10,000 likes.
10,000.
Okay, 10,000 likes. So if we get 10,000 likes on
No.
this
This is
episode,
a horrible idea.
you will get a tattoo that says World Champions South Africa 2023.
That is a horrible idea. What if
And
this goes viral?
Africa needs to be spelled wrong.
Oh no! Oh no! Like don't push it now. Come on.
Okay.
But we need
10,000
to set a cutoff time on this thing.
Okay, so we give it a month.
Okay, yeah, I can do it. I can do a month. I'm
A
confident
month.
in my
Okay, so-
chances.
1 month, 10,000 likes. If we get 10,000 likes on this episode, you're gonna get South Africa World Champions 2023.
Bokke
World
Bokke
Champions.
2023. Like something like a short,
Yes.
krachtig, something where you can hide
Bokke.
it.
Okay, cool.
Get
Bokke
a tramp
20.
stamp or something
Yes.
on the bum.
I'm just gonna be buying likes. So where,
No,
Gila,
no.
where do we buy
No,
likes?
organic likes. Organic likes. I don't know what if you go in there and it's just like
Pakistani
no,
usernames.
exactly just like these Middle Eastern bots. I'm not going to be very, very happy with that.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
like organic.
Okay, cool.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Listen, we're far away from 10,000 likes.
Yeah, no,
We
I'm
need to
really-
first hit 100. But
Yeah, goodness.
but a man can dream about
A
it.
man can dream,
Yeah.
and it's only YouTube likes.
Yeah,
Just by the way, because 10,000 like on TikTok is not an impossible task.
100%.
That's way too
We'll do
easy.
that quick. That is so funny. Dan, I owe you a round of golf.
Let's go.
And we're going to be doing that. We're going to Hantex. We have that to look forward to.
Very exciting
That's going to be
times.
sick. And yeah, I think we'll film the golfing video. And I think you guys are going to
We'll
enjoy
film it from far away.
No, we're going to do it up close. Let's be honest. Let's do it
I
properly.
need to get to the driving range.
That's going to
quick.
be so sick. We'll get you a cart as well.
Gila, you better get your I don't know, your bleeping technology ready, boy.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a video where it's just like doof, beep, 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 beep.
It's not that bad.
It sounds
really
like
not-
Morse
it's really
code.
not
It's
that
gonna
bad.
sound like.
It's not that bad. I'm just gonna beep. It's not that bad.
Thank you guys so much for watching. This is coming out as we record this. This is coming out tonight. On Thursday, we have Frankenstein himself. It's actually not his nickname, but Mark Hume, UFC welterweight champion. Mark Hume is joining us on Thursday. Amazing story. We cover a lot of stuff. A cat he rescued in Russia. Him walking to Cape Town from Johannesburg. Insane. You're gonna love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy. Cheers.
Oh, Bokke.